Okay, besties, let me go ahead and get this video started with regard to who is running ABC News Division. People seem to think that it's not a big deal that Lindsay, what's her name, who was the moderator, who clearly was fact-checking Donald Trump and not Kamala, who actually, along with David Muir, let's not act like he wasn't doing it too, but we want to act like these connections don't matter. Listen, if there's connections with other people and other people ain't making those connections, then that's their daggone problem. But when you have all of the D9 trying to act like they can tell the rest of the world what to do, you got Ricky, DL, Roland, and Steve Harvey. I'm sure there's more telling us that we need to, because Kamala is black today.
Listen, the reality also is this. Any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
And she's an AKA who may be sworn in by a DST on MLK Day. These organizations, that's not just the D9. I'm sure there's, what else is there? Jack and Jill, and there's all this other stuff. It's for bougie, hoity-toity people that got money that are black. Y'all name the rest of them in the comments. I don't know them all. I know there's more. In that upper echelon that tell you that you can't get there, or you have all these problems and you can't do it because you have to worry about racism. Because that's the only thing they touting around here. Donald Trump is crazy and he's a racist. And again, this is not me having anything to say about him, but I'm black, so I can talk about these black people that really, at the end of the day, they gaslighting so many people because they certainly will take that green money from the white people from the Democratic Party in order to get you black people to vote for the black person today, Kamala, so that they can continue to walk and stroll and do their thing up in the White House, because that's what they're trying to do. Now, I'm not saying that they're not trying to advance themselves, but if they ain't even telling the daggone truth about it, then help me understand how they try and help y'all. They're trying to get you to do what it is that they want you to do, getting their bidding done by way of you, by way of us. They can't even be transparent, but they expect unwavered trust with them and everything that they say. And the fact that so many of y'all are doing it and giving it is crazy. And it didn't just start with this, but what I'm just trying to say to you right now, these are the same pro-blacks that are blackity black, but didn't have a problem with Joe Biden when he ran for president because he was a Democrat, even though prior to that, all they cared about was the crime bill. Remember that? Remember when Bill Clinton was the first black president until Obama? But hell, some of them still say that Bill Clinton is the first black president because he played the daggone saxophone, because he was cool, because he was good looking, whatever the reasons are. And he's the one that signed the damn crime bill. But let's let all that go, right? Obama is the first black president. Okay, fine, you got that. Shout out to Obama. I ain't got a problem with that. But then you complain about the Democratic Party and how they say they're going to do something. They never do anything. And yet y'all continue to vote for them over and over and over again. And like I said before, and I'm going to shout out Boyce Watkins for having Cornel West on. I told a friend of mine that Cornel was running, and the agenda that black people claim that they want is the agenda that man has, but nobody want to talk to him. Don't nobody want to get on no phones to earn him any money, get him on ballots or anything. That's proof positive right there that don't nobody want to have nothing to really do with black. They really care about green. It's all about green. I don't understand why people don't see that. When you have people that comment on my videos, and I'm sure other people's videos that are black as well, talking about you just want to make money, you just want to make money. Help me understand when it became a bad thing because someone wants to make money. Y'all have a problem with content creators who are talking about things that, let's be honest, that's really what you don't like. You don't like the conversations. And that's why black people continue to be disproportionately affected with everything. At the bottom of lists we shouldn't be at the bottom of, top of lists we shouldn't be at the top of, because the hard conversations don't get heard, they don't get discussed, and it's wash, rinse, repeat. But somehow, some way you think I'm supposed to have empathy and sympathy when I can see it, but you can't. And then you want to call me Auntie Ruckus. I'm going to take that as a positive, because again, it's me talking about stuff that y'all feel bad about talking about. I don't feel bad talking about it.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
I'm not worried about talking about it, because the truth is the truth, because what you don't ever say is that I'm lying. Black people, y'all supposed to be always upset and outraged every time a white police person deletes a black person. No one should be deleted at all, in my opinion. Tariq, what's his name, is lucky that he all good in the hood at this point. Why he have to be so nasty and negative? He was doing wrong to begin with. He shouldn't have been speeding. It doesn't matter if he's late. If you are late and you are speeding, you gonna get a ticket and you gonna get pulled over. And if you don't, consider yourself lucky and blessed. But if you do happen to get pulled over, you gonna get that ticket. Do you think that maybe you should just acknowledge doing wrong and take the consequences of your actions? That's a big problem with the community. They do not want to accept consequences for their own actions. Instead, would rather blame and shame someone else and act like they don't do nothing wrong, have absolutely no correction, but expect everyone to bow down. And that's just not how life works. I don't know where that narrative changed. I don't understand why Black people continue to go along with it. But hey, do you if that works for you. It's not even like I be making this stuff up. There's an article right here that I'm about to read, but y'all will still be mad because no one can talk about Kamala. She ain't special. She ain't the Lord up above. I don't owe Kamala nothing. I don't owe none of y'all nothing. Y'all mad about information on the channel that you could move away from easily and quickly. I don't ever leave comments on divestor channels when I listen to them. Never, ever, ever, because I have control of myself. Another problem that the community has, they have absolutely no control and think that they run something and can't even run their own selves. But let me go ahead and read this. President of ABC News attends local organization's Founders Day. Now, mind you, this is January 2023. But it proves the point. Saturday, so Panama City, Florida. Saturday was a monumental day for a local sorority chapter. The Xi Omicron Omega chapter of AKA Sorority Incorporated celebrated Founders Day in Callaway. Every year, the women of AKA recognize the remarkable women who founded the organization in 1908. And I know plenty of people in D9. I went to college. I know plenty of people still friends to this daggone day. This year, there was a very special guest at the banquet, President of ABC News, Kimberly Godwin, an Oscar Patterson elementary alum, returned to her hometown for the occasion. Born in the tiny city of Panama City, Florida, and raised in tough neighborhoods in New York City, descended from slaves and raised by a single mother attending public schools and an HBCU, accepted into the world's first and finest Black sorority, can dream of one day becoming a network news president and then actually become one, Godwin said. I know her to be the person who always wants to give back to the community, Garner said. When Kim moved back here, she actually joined this chapter for a while and we got to know her. Even many of the members get to know her even better. And so this is almost like a homecoming for her, coming back speaking as president of ABC News. And so we're excited. The head of ABC News is an AKA, an AKA. Here she is, Kim Godwin, AKA, AKA, in charge of the news, which means she's in charge of David Muir and Lindsay, what's her name, child. So we're just going to not act like we didn't see what we saw just because she's Black, right? There she is, Lindsay, what's her name, with the rest of these people. Child. So we're not going to act like that there's no connection there. But if y'all had found out that there's some connection between, just say, David Muir and Donald Trump or whatever it is that they could be, I don't know, whatever they could be together for, y'all would be having a daggone fit. But someone says something about this and everyone's just supposed to just ignore it and it's not right. And I know y'all be calling me names, but if you really think that that daggone debate wasn't basically 3-on-1 and the fact check on everything that Donald Trump said and nothing on what Kamala said, but we're just going to just ignore that because she's Black, right? Get out. And she's a member of the National Association of Black Journalists, just like Lindsay is. But somehow, some way, Kamala doesn't seem to have to go and speak to the NABJ, the National Association of Black Journalists. Why is that? Yeah, you got ACAs all over the place. Child, if I look into it, there's probably an ACA or a D9 in charge of that. You still won't go? They usually do 2 debates in a town hall. We're going to see that. I don't want to hear that the time was short. That's not our fault. So we get gypped just because the Democrats didn't know what the hell they was doing. So we get gypped because the Democrats don't know what the hell they doing. They just want to push somebody up there and they want to make sure that they cross off all the T's like the Democrats do. We're going to get a woman. We're going to get a black woman. We're going to get an Indian, Asian woman, child, whatever the hell it is that she is. And then we're going to check off, and she married to a white man. We're going to check off all these boxes. So it's more about checking off all the boxes to try to say that we are here for you. And then when y'all 4 years from now still ain't got shit, still in the same position you was in before, still whining and complaining, I don't want to hear the she didn't help black people, because I'm going to always come back and refer to this. For me, I don't care who becomes president, but let me tell you, whoever I'm going to vote for, I'm going to vote for. I just want some people to understand and see black people really don't care about black people. They care about those black people. Let me rephrase. Those black people that are saying that they care about you, they don't. They care about themselves. They care about their money, and they care about their status so they can stay where the hell it is that they are. And I defy anyone to tell me that there's no way that anyone else can produce a better life for themselves the way that all those people who we be naming have done for them. And some of them are not ADOS. Some of them are not foundational Black Americans. And a lot of them came over here and still got the damn thing done. But I'm going to leave it there. Y'all make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.
We do not care